and this is TJ Su again. And I'm here with my guys. My guys in the studio. Raise your voices. Just give it to them. Small.
Should I do? I don't want to shout.
Okay. And the discourse for today is, who's a better leader? Who do you think is a better leader? The guys, that's male or female? Who would you say is a better leader? Who leads better? In Nigeria, outside the country, wherever it is, whatever examples you have, defend your case when you are talking. Please don't come and be saying a woman is better than this 3 point of mine. Don't come and be doing that one. Defend your case. So I start with Geezy.
Who do you always start with me?
Because you are Geezy.
Yeah, because I'm Geezy. Oh, number one.
No. I started with Geezy before. You know what? I start with Phenom.
Yeah.
Okay, Phenom.
Phenom. Okay, so I don't want to allow. But I think men are natural leaders. Men are better leaders than women can ever be, honestly. Because let's even trace it down. Number one thing is historically, let's trace it down to the time of our father, Adam and Eve. God put this man in charge of that garden. The only time he left the place and left the woman in charge. See what we got ourselves into.
Wow.
What? No, please.
Why are you begging me?
Because you are the woman. You want to trash that. So I feel men are actually better leaders than women are. There's this in politics. There's this woman that wanted to contest for presidency. Former Minister of Education. I've forgotten her name. Okay. At the time I was even like, oh, thank God, there's someone coming up as a woman. I'm going to vote. Suddenly she just said, she's no more doing like. You see. Like it was obvious for her that she couldn't handle the pressure of that. And women are naturally helpers. They are soft. There's always times where it's not always working like that, but it's very few. But women are naturally soft, and men are. I don't want to use the word hard. So it takes.
Some men they cry.
And some men, it's
okay for men.
It's not emotions. I'm not talking about emotions.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not talking about emotions. I'm talking about the ability to be able to take charge of situation. It's natural that if anything happens here, it is the man that will stand up first and say, oh, why is this happening? This has to be done. Women just expect that, okay, you guys should get things done. You take care of me. They want to pamper me.
Control.
They don't pamper men. They pamper women. And we know when they're talking about pamper, remember pampers. Now, baby, they wear pampers. So, for me, I think men are natural leaders.
If they don't pamper you. Yeah. Continue.
I feel attacked. I don't know.
No. I mean, that's a direct shot.
That's a direct shot. Shot fire.
You shot me. Don't worry, I'm a soldier. I can't be shot. So for me, I feel men are better leaders than women can ever be.
Jesus, the emphasis on that can ever be.
Interesting. That's nice. That's interesting. Can we have your...
Okay, my opinion. Well, I understand the angle with which Phenomenon is talking about, but I have a slight school of thought to it. I would say the natural tendency of a man is to assume responsibility.
Yes.
So the nature of a man is the nature of responsibility, to take charge, to control. Okay, from the Adamic, from Adam, when you look at it, but if a rat enters this place now, just we expect all of us to.
She would just sublimate.
You are the man now.
From solid to gas.
There's that saying that, Shabi, you are the man, that kind of thing. So naturally, the role of a man in the society is to be responsible and to take charge, all right? That's the nature.
Yeah.
But when you talk about the ability, I think that's a whole different ball game. So, because you can have the nature of something, but you might not be able to fully display it. So because of that nature, some men have grown to be able to do that. Maybe their background, giving work, how their parents were, brought them up, how society also have helped them, the schools they went to, the mentors that they have built that ability. You understand? So I believe also women are exposed to that same backgrounds too. In my life, I've had strong. My mom is a strong one. You know my mom. Shout out to Mama Diboye, strong woman. We celebrate you. Oh my God. So she's a strong one, and because she was brought up by father, she's the first daughter. So she was brought up by a dad who gave all of them responsibilities, and she's the one that was very business savvy. So when Grandpa died, he gave her the role to take charge of one of his business enterprise, and now at that time. So I've seen that you're a product of your environment too. So I would say when it comes to leadership in nations and all, women are also coming up right now. So I think naturally men are expected to, but in terms of ability, not all men display that ability. It is men that have grown that ability with their natural tendencies that become effective leaders. So even if a lady is not natural, because she grows with that environment, that background, she can and outstanding. They can compartmentalize. They can, do so many things at the same time. A lady can call. She's, bathing the baby. She's checking the food. She's whatever. A man just want to concentrate on one thing. So I think when it comes to leadership, it's not a question of gender for me. But the natural tendency of a man to take control is there. But anybody can be a leader once you are, you have the ability and you have the background and also the knowledge to do that. So
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Why?
Sorry, you feel attacked.
Please.
I like the word.
Okay. I think for me, it's just not going to go off what Geezy has said himself, because it's a function of me. I'd come off the point of it's a function of interest and ability. Now, there's interest. You are interested in doing something, or you've got the interest. Next question that you should be asking yourself now is, do you have the ability, to carry it out? So if you have got, I mean, this particular nugget I just shared now, I got it while I was in, I think it was in SS2, SS1, trying to go to SS2, and then I had to repeat my class in secondary school then. And then it was the counselor in school that called me and said, "Oh, Prince, you have the ability to do sciences, but you have the interest to do sciences, but then do you have the ability to do it?" I mean,
interest and ability are different.
They are different things. So I then said to myself, of course, yes, the truth is I have got the interest, but then do I have the ability to do it? I just said no. So I had to retake that class, go back to art. I think it was in SS2, sorry. So I had to retake that class. So it's more of interest and ability. So if we have women who can deliver based on having the ability to deliver, then why not? If not, I mean, there are a lot of people that will come for a phenom for what he said.
It's phenom.
No. So I mean, speaking of, I mean, lately there has been the call for gender equality, and a lot of ladies are saying, "Oh, the men can do, the ladies can do what men can do," and naturally, I would tell myself that it's not everything.
Right.
It's not everything that the ladies can do. It's not really. But when it comes to leadership, I feel like a woman would function as best as a man would. Definitely. So, in as much as she has got the ability to deliver, then give it to her. She would. So, you would see men with the interest, you see men with the ability, and yet still going to fumble. I mean,
I
didn't say anything on that one. Look at my face. I didn't say anything.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say, I'll just answer phenomenal first.
No,
it's not an attack. No. Trust me, it's not an attack. But phenomenal, please go back to your Bible, read it, and read the part where
Deborah.
it was said. Listen, where it was said, Eve gave to her husband who was with her. So if that husband took the responsibility seriously, he was with her. It was not. She didn't go and call her husband. She didn't go and give him inside the house. He was with her. So if he was responsible enough, she would say, "Is that not the fruit that they said we should not eat? And don't touch it." That's responsibility. That's responsibility. Because she was not there when the instruction was initially given. So when he gave the instruction, he recognizes what fruit it was, whatever it is. The lady might forget. Oh, maybe but
the lady might forget.
I'm just saying, he was with
Let's put it in
her.
a scenario.
So simple and short. This is not the food we're supposed to eat. Baby girl, don't try it. But no.
Baby girl.
The mumu button. You decided.
That's what I wanted to say.
Continue.
Now, when a woman is in charge, for example, if there are two people like a relationship, let's take a relationship for example, a man and a woman. When you say woman in charge of something, there's always that mumu button on the man. That even when she's doing something wrong at times, the man's like, let's just, and that is not healthy.
Continue.
So that's why when she gave him the fruit, probably she rubbed his head. I don't know.
Okay.
But she pressed this mumu button. I'm about 82.
Let's not dwell on that one. I just wanted to mention that so that we're clear.
Ladies and gentlemen, watch out for these two on the show.
Yes, we have that most times. So both women, like they both said, both women and men are great leaders. It depends on who is leading, who has the ability to lead, and what is the interest of that level of leadership. I think that's what's more important. Thank you.
And I want to pick, Prince says something very, very cogent, very, very important about interest and ability. Yeah. And I think that's where a lot of people, that doesn't only apply to leadership, it's also applied to life. Everything. Because you can be passionate about something and not have the ability to do it. There's an example of, if Phenomena right now is my G, is my guy, I've known him from day one, and he's passionate about, flying an airplane and say, Geezy, you trust me, I have this passion. I can take us all around the world. Let's just go and, commandeer a jet. So what would I do? I would say, my brother,
I trust you, bro.
I trust you, but
flee.
why? Because he's passionate about airplanes or aeronautics, but the ability to fly
is not there.
It's not there. And just to support what you said, that interest and abilities differ. So that's why I said that a man naturally, it's the natural. We're born to that society from day one. Biblically, in our society, man takes charge. It's the nature, but does not mean it equates to that ability.
Just as interest and ability they are two different things. You can also build ability per time.
Right.
You can also build ability. So because I said I couldn't do sciences doesn't mean if I give myself to it, I would have. But then it's just more of where my personal interest at that point lied in and how I was able to, just navigate that particular situation. So ability to over time can be developed, can be grown. You can get it. You can, give yourself to study of one thing, or you can just give yourself to just making sure that this particular thing I want to do, I have got the interest. Now, the interest would spur me on to go and give myself to. It's all about a process.
Processes.
It's a process. So if you fail the process, there's no way the ability itself can be gotten at the end of the day. So what I'm trying to say is ability also can be developed. You can get it too.
I'd give an example, and I'll just give that from my last place of work. And I'll just say that I remember that at some point, my boss just felt like she's a woman. She can't do this. Like, she can't do something. So there were some places where, like, he knew I could deliver, but then there's a level that it's a man that has to handle that position. Yeah. And I remember him sending a man down to Ibadan to come and be, like, head over me. And the man did just I did 2 days. And the man was like, no, TJ, I can't deal. Like, TJ said, I cannot deal
with you
this.
Or deal with the job?
I can't deal with this pressure.
Okay.
That I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how you are doing it, that you are still sane, but I'm done. This is 2 days. I was on the job already for 1 year and a few months, and I was handling 7 estates.
Wow.
As a real estate, manager, and I was handling 7 estates. So for him, he was like, he just visited 2 or 3 estates. I'm like, it's like, I'm done. I'm done. This pressure, no. So what do you say to that? So that, the ability, like you said. So that's really.
I just want to quickly ask one question. Like, talking about interest and ability, I want to ask, if you had to get someone to help you with a task now, or employ someone, or to be with someone, which one would you consider first? The person has so much interest in doing this, but doesn't have the ability, which he or she is ready to learn, or this person is skilled and ready to do, able to do this, but he's not interested in it. Like, for example, if I'm getting someone to, let me take, for example, edit my videos. This guy, they obviously doesn't have any interest in videos, doesn't find fun in it. He will just do it. And then I have someone that is so into this thing, but he's not able. So which one would you prefer? Like, okay, this guy, for example, let's say this guy loves this thing, but I can connect him to someone to learn. So since he's interested, he's going to be very creative. Or I don't care about, this guy can do it. Even if he's not interested, let him just get it done. Which one is like, I don't...
Actually, for me, as a piggy on that, it's simple. I would say competence first.
Okay.
Right? When your competence is done without passion, then you are not excellent. All right? But when it's, excuse me, when it's done without passion, you'll be mediocre. So first and foremost, I need a job done. I'm going to look for competence first. And it also depends on the measure of the work I want to do, which is also one of the challenges of us in our nation. You know, we are so ethnic, divisive and all. We'll be getting to that on another day, but it's competence, all right? Though I always say that one of the greatest character of a leader is compassion, competence, character. You get what I'm saying? But if what you're talking about is definitely competent. I want to know if you can do the job.
Okay. So are you saying you're going to go with someone who has the ability and has not got the interest in doing it?
If I'm weighing the two, if you don't have the interest and if you have interest and you don't have the ability, you're not going to get the job done.
Okay.
We don't get paid for interest.
Yeah.
You get paid for
the
ability.
ability. So you go with ability and then he doesn't have the interest.
If he has the ability and doesn't have the interest, I shall know that the job will be done. It might be grumble,
but yeah, you stay on him to get him done. To get it done. So
that's why I say that's what separates the big boys.
Yeah.
Like I said, once passion meets super mad ability, excellence is what we are doing now is excellent. Come on. So that's my take. Yeah, I'll teach you competence.
Okay, so thank you. Yeah. So in all, I guess that generally we've been able to see that both men and women are great leaders. There's no better leader as per se. So both men and women are great leaders. Be competent at what you do, love what you do, and you will be excellent at what you do. Thank you. So it's a wrap. And yeah, you guys are excited. Okay, so it's a wrap on the show, and we are looking forward to you guys subscribing on YouTube. You guys should like. If you are there right now, I have not subscribed. Better press it. It doesn't bite, like somebody says. Okay, so we are on. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Go and watch. If I catch you, you're not watching.
She'll catch you on the street.
If you don't subscribe, it will bite.
And also a big shout out to you guys. Phenomenal, thank you. TJ Su, thank you. The Prince himself, thank you so much. I'm Geezy, I remain Geezy. Shout out one more time to Media, our wonderful production crew. Also to Kenny, our movie and video producer. Our graphics guy again one more time, Indiana Graceman, the sound engineer, Dotun. Okay, thank you guys for making this an awesome time. All right, so we'll see you next episode. See you next time. All right, bye for now.